Everybody, welcome. Let's go ahead and get in here. Jason said he's probably not going to be on tonight because there's a crazy thunderstorm where he lives. There's a storm where I am now where there has been all day. The power flickered earlier today, but it's not like super bad right now. But if the stream does go out and doesn't come back, you know, within 10 or 15 minutes, I'll tweet about it if it happens. So be sure to follow me on Twitter at @thestratprof to always stay sort of up to date. I think it's a good idea to do that anyways if you really enjoy watching the channel every night, just because, you know, I'm trying to standardize my schedule. It is still a little erratic, as I try to, what's that people do, like spinning plates or whatever, you try to hold all these different things. Feels like what I'm doing a lot of the time. But you actually, you know, get the notifications on Twitter, I think, a lot of times, versus on YouTube you don't always get the notifications. So, and definitely if the power's out, you know, I can use data to send out a tweet, but I can't do that on YouTube, I don't think. Well, I mean, I guess maybe I could, I don't know. Whatever, I was gonna ban Kaisa, but I was kind of thinking about playing some Thresh here. I don't think I want to do that with Jinx, definitely not against Ezreal. Could just roll Janna. Alistar is someone else that I've thought of. Ezreal can jump out of my thing. I think I'm just gonna... Oh, crap. I was trying to type Janna in there, but I somehow, I think it went to this screen over here instead of right here for the typing. So I guess we are doing Alistar. We'll try him out. It's pretty good with Jinx because she can combo with the chompers. Wait, why can't I? Oh. What are people getting as a secondary on Alistar? Let me see here. Biscuits Cosmic. Okay, I guess I do like the Aftershock version, or the other version, but should have gone for cooldown reduction instead of whatever I did, but now I wonder how would they do have quite a bit of magic damage. I was thinking, like, what about like Deadman's on Alistar, because I tried it out on Maokai rushing Deadman's and it worked out pretty well, but I think this has to be a locket game versus that much AoE. Pull up the chat here. The cow, that's right. What's that? Dave, Black Falcon, Wings, Butter.
A summoner has disconnected. Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Oh geez, dang, that was a real fast load in.
30 seconds until
Mail Tarn Warrior, that's right. We did start a Oh, hold on. What? Okay, top chat. Live chat. Oh, that's Butter. Okay. I don't know why for some reason I thought that was Ernie.
I know the way.
I know Ernie's online playing, but...
Minions have spawned.
Stampede.
That's right, fast DC for a fast load. Alistar, it's pretty nice against Fiddlesticks too. If he doesn't stopwatch my W.
Nothing can hold me back.
Ha! Nice.
Now I'm angry.
Well, Jinx not here. I'm missing XP, but I wanted to kind of make sure Shaco was going to be okay with that. Yeah, we're just trying him out. I know Double Lift's been real big on Alistar lately, and Shaco might be going a little too hard here. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, Fiddlesticks can get harassed down.
I know the way.
This lane's gonna be annoying.
Stampede.
A summoner has disconnected.
Well, we might be able to remake. Really? Okay, there it is. Dude, it's a 4v5. We don't win this. Like, maybe Jinx comes back, but no. I'm not giving up my chance for a free remake on a DC'd person. It might be a storm. It probably is a storm. There are a lot of storms going on around the US right now. So I'm not going to report her. I mean, she's lever busted. But, so it probably is a storm. I feel bad. There's a chance I might get DC'd from a storm. Dude, I swear earlier it dumped. It was just like, someone just like dumped a freaking lake on my house for like 10 minutes. It's like flash floods. It was rough. Now, we personally live on top of like a really big hill. So it's... Although some water did get in the garage, my wife said, which means there was a lot because we live on a really big hill and it drains to the bottom. But there's a little bit of kind of a flat spot near the top for parking and stuff. But you know, it's graded to where it flows down. But anyways, so. My wife was worried because the garage, there wasn't like a huge amount of flooding, but there was like some that had crept in and got kind of close to her power tools. I thought they banned Alistar for a second. That was just the icon up here right next to it. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I'll make a video about the WoW thing. For people that are interested, we did make an alliance guild for WoW. I don't want to push it too hard because I don't want to like try to turn people off or make it weird on the channel if people don't want to join or if they're tired of hearing about it. So I will talk about it some, but I don't want to make like the, you know, the hard sell, right? Like the timeshare sell to somebody on joining the WoW guild. It's fine if people don't want to join too, but it is out there. and you know, I'll make a video about it later. So we still will talk about it some, but I don't want to push it too hard on people that may not be you know, just may not be interested in it one way or another. Huh. Now, I am curious about this matchup with Rel, because you need something that can displace Rel so she can't jump on people, and I had been doing, like, Janna, but Alistar could be an interesting choice there. I just gotta not screw up his combos.
Nothing can hold me back.
Okay. So looks like people max the Q. That's interesting. I thought that W could also be pretty good. They have a similar cooldown. This is a 1 second knockup and it's AoE, which is obviously really good. The W is a displacement though, so you can use that to peel also. And I think the W does more damage. What do the win rates look like? The WQE is slightly lower. The QWE is the most popular and one of the strongest. WE second is the highest win rate, but it's a very small sample size. So I guess everybody's got it right on that, win rate wise. Yeah, Kim Tank's really good. I forgot about Kim Tank with him. That could definitely be solid. Did they nerf that on this patch? I'm trying to remember. Or were they going to do that next patch? Okay, they're mostly AD. Hopefully this Ashe is good. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, I'm probably going to mess up the combo a couple of times trying to get used to it again. It's a lot easier than it used to be, like in Season 1 and 2, but it still is challenging. There's a certain zone where if you get to where you're at like 300 range or so, because the max range is 600, but if you get to like 300 and you do it, then it's weird. And like your W, it moves faster depending on your movement speed. So if you have to play them a lot to kind of get used to how it differs a little bit depending on your level of boots and all those kinds of things. Now this is another one where Dead Man's Plate actually has the highest win rate of all of these. But people might only be picking that into super like melee heavy comps. Dead Man's just seems like it's really like win rate wise on a lot of these engaged champs. It just seems really good. How do I feel about Zillion? I mean, he can be alright. He's a good anti-engaged champ. I personally don't play him a ton, but I know, but it still feels a little different. I know you can buffer the Q, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just bad, but to me, it still definitely feels missable if you're inside that zone. What did I get? How did I get stopwatch? What? The fuck are my runes? I don't know why I have stopwatch. Stopwatch biscuits. Well, I think I was trying to get Hex Flash. Yeah, you should definitely have Hex Flash with Alistar. I mean, stopwatch is not terrible, but it's... I would prefer Hex Flash. Phase Rush might have been okay here too. Phase Rush does let you peel a little bit better, so if someone's like coming in and ganking you, That is something I didn't think about. If you're trying to escape, just comboing somebody in order to phase rush off would be nice. Stopwatch can be good for diving. I mean, it's definitely not the worst rune out there, but usually you want to be using your flashes like very proactively to make plays on Alistar, and so you get a lot of mileage out of X Flash because your flash should be on cooldown a lot. Pretty much every time flash is up, you should be trying to get a kill with it.
Now I'm angry. Nothing can hold me back.
Get wrecked, Rel. Well, I guess Ash Flash too, but...
I know the way.
Now, if she tries to charge me with her lance, I think she can still flip me and stun me, potentially.
Now I'm angry.
Nice.
Stampede.
Okay, so Rel is in that bush. It does give away the location.
Nothing can hold me back. I know the way.
Oh, I thought I... Did I not press E? Fuck, I leveled it up! What the hell just happened? I accidentally put 2 points in my E. I guess that's not the worst thing in the world, but... I was trying to press E and somehow I leveled it up. Like, I gained a level and then leveled up the E instead of actually using it. I think my hands might have been off on my keyboard. There's one thing, if you're playing multiple games, like I've been playing WoW, obviously, a good chunk lately, then like your muscle memory on your hands gets a little off sometimes.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
At least for me. But I am just a boomer. I was trying to see if I could get the angle to knock Rel back into us, but she didn't quite play into that. I didn't know Nunu was just going to go like that. Like, I thought we were going to bait Rel to try to go on the Ashe.
Has been slain.
I really wanted to, like, maybe try to rotate mid and help out with a play, but
Has been slain.
I don't want to lose XP. Which flashes were used? Callista flash. Oh, I need 1,000 gold. Whoa, what? That was way too aggressive. Q does help you wave clear too, which is definitely relevant. That might be one of the major reasons why people tend to take it. Rel and I can both engage. Yeah, I don't want to leave Ashe alone in alone with Rel in lane too much when we don't have it pushed in. Like, she just gets zoned off. So I do want to try to see if I can roam on the Diana. If her flash is down. I can't remember what the person said, but... The Moby Boots do help you get out there, and it's going to be a tough bait, but... Auto attack. Oh my god, real? She didn't flash? Dude, are you serious right now? If she just flashed it, we easily win that fight. Well, that's a sad day. Even after she got stunned, I still think she could have flashed out. If she get flashed like the second knockup.
Nothing can hold me back.
Or if she just kept autoing. I think she dropped like 2 or 3 auto attacks at least. No, I don't know if Nunu's gonna come down or not. Nunu's getting Gromp. I would really like to have Nunu here. It's gonna be tough. I think they saw Nunu in that bush. Okay, good. They lost a lot at that tower, too.
An ally has been slain.
Well, she should be able to flash out of the R. Maybe she doesn't know she can do that. I don't know. Because the R doesn't prevent you from doing anything like that.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Might just try out Dead Man's for the permanent move speed. Especially because they nerfed Kim Tank this patch. But get kind of debated into that one. As soon as they all showed up, we should have just left. The TFT porting in there kind of convinced people to stay when we should have just run. Not, I was thinking about the, no, not the 11.6. Not 11.7. But maybe that was, maybe I'm just getting confused. Maybe that's a proposed change for 11.7.
Nothing can hold me back. Now I'm
Okay, Rel's not here.
You must follow.
Yeah, she's gone. We did trade kills, though, which isn't too bad, and they used 4 people to get us, and they lost a wave at the tower, more than a wave, so... Shit. Do I need to go up there? I maybe should have just run up there immediately, but...
Has been slain.
Now I'm angry.
getting kind of strong. Damn it, are they diving her? Yeah. Felt like I had to hold middle. Maybe I didn't, but...
Nothing can hold me back.
An enemy has been slain.
Okay, well, Ashe made a play, I guess. Rel gets that extra movement speed. You don't get the ability haste though with Dead Man's, so that is kind of a feels bad. Yeah, we need to try to get this straight. Alright. That was my bad, I guess. I thought we were going to kill her. After she flashed, though, I was kind of stuck. I guess I can't try to make that play if I don't have Phase Rush to get out. If I had Phase Rush, I kind of could have baited it, but... this Ashe is kind of going off here. I tried it on Maokai. It felt really good. It's just like a second Moby boot, basically. It's expensive. I mean, obviously it's got armor and health, but like the extra speed is on some of these engaged champs are just really good. Especially against like super heavy like AD teams, which they don't have that, so it's a little more questionable here than when I got it on Maokai. But I don't think I can clear that right now. Just kind of waiting and seeing where people go.
Now I'm angry.
I'm still getting experience, even this far away, so there's no reason to show myself. Yo, what up, Sally? Bro, we made an alliance. Wow, if you're down to clown. We actually got like a pretty good chunk of people. We're like 10, 15 people, something like that total, from the guild on there. So we got a lot more yesterday than I thought we would. Especially since I only had like 40 viewers. I'm kind of in the doghouse from being sort of inconsistent on the stream times last week. Well, I took a lot of punishment. Oh god, the Diana flank. Oh, that's gonna be Baron. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that new snowball was. And then just everybody lined up for Rel, like... The positioning on Ashe is just so difficult into their team, I think. I guess we just do Locket here.
Now I'm angry.
Yeah, that was probably a huge game throw. Yeah, Nunu, because you fucking ran into the Rel. You dove the Rel under the tower.
Nothing can hold me back.
Like, he ate like 3 tower shots in order to snowball the Rel. And then like 3 people, and we didn't have vision for that to go that deep either. So that opened us up to Diana's flank. Like, I had literally just walked back out with fresh wards. And our vision was on the left side of the map. God, I so want to say. He said only because they will probably do something stupid. I really want to say what, like, try to dive the Rel at tier 2 with no vision.
I'm angry.
But I will refrain. Oh, did you tell? Oh, Heartseeker? Yeah. Yeah, man, it'll be fun. We'll hook you up. What we're doing for anyone on the channel that that joins, we're giving you 10 gold and 4 10-slot bags to start off with. And there's a lot of people that are kind of that just joined that are kind of in that lower level range. So we have plenty of opportunities to group up, do some quests. It wasn't the wrong way. It was the right way. We killed her. What do you mean it was the wrong way?
I'm angry.
Dude, we didn't... I gotta just mute the chat. This is so stupid. It's like, yeah, Nunu, we didn't start that fight, buddy. They had priority on the map because they got Baron, and then Diana flashed over a wall. At, like, basically at our tower. I think I hit the Diana the right way. We killed her. She was isolated. We got shutdown gold. We stopped their push. Maybe if instead of typing 3v5, he used his snowball and his massive movement speed to get over there, it would have been a little better. But nice, man. Congrats on the vaccine. Okay, that was just dumb. Like, we started that one. That was a straight up 3v5 that we didn't have to start. Well, I guess the good news is Alistar does feel, like, pretty good. I think he has potential. My win rate on Alistar has not historically been that great, but... Well, you join us if you want to on Alliance. I think it'll... I think WoW is definitely a game where it's way better if you play with other people. And we're gonna be, you know, one of the more chill guilds, I think. Not like chill in terms of like we're gonna do progress, like we're gonna try to make raids happen, but I guess in terms of fair and like friendly, non-toxic, that type of stuff. I think Phase Rush Alistar could be good. I could try it here. Most people are still doing Aftershock, but it does help you get away from situation. Like basically you're squishier, but it's more flexible. Yeah, that'd be fun to get Selly in there. It is raining really hard outside too, like I said, so stay tuned if the stream goes out. You know, just watch Twitter at the Strap Prof. If I'm not back in like 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, I probably won't be back tonight. I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully, if power's not out, but what are you planning on playing? I think you said earlier like a Shadow Priest, was that right? We're trying to like get the sign up thing going. We had a thing on Discord for yeah, I mean, like being able to run people down is like what a lot of people think about with Phase Rush, and that is good, but also being able to run away. I've had Alistars with Phase Rush and get away from so many things that are really annoying, because one of his like main traits a lot of times is that you go in, you're not getting back out. But this allows you, like, if you're getting ganked, to like maneuver in such a way that you can get back out, or if you get like counter ganked, right? So if you go in and they just show up out of a bush or something, then you might be able to get away with Phase Rush. So it is good going in, but it's also gives him an escape tool that he really doesn't have usually. So that's actually really nice. Oh, you hear the rain? Yeah, my microphone actually picks up a lot more. So you guys hear more through that mic than I hear like naturally right now, because this headphone kind of muffles the outside. Because I've heard people talk on stream before. Oh, what about this train whistle or something? I didn't even hear it. Hey man, if you want to play Lock, play Lock. You can always use a lot of Locks. Obviously, we like Shamans as well, but there is definitely a certain luxury to playing Warlocks, right? Like, they're very good at everything. Good at PvE, good at PvP, great leveling. I think they're pretty fun, you know, especially when you're leveling up, and in PvP, there's a huge variety to, you know, the different kinds of abilities you can use. You know, they've got Soul Stone, which is, you know, one of the few battle reses in the game. You know, the best in the game AoE damage. In raids, really high single target damage. Second only to hunters, probably. So, can farm really well. Don't have to necessarily buy mana potions, which is nice. I didn't use mana potions back in the day. Now, you probably... If we're on progress and you're trying to really help out as much as you can, you probably will want to use like destruction potions or haste potions, like, you know, one per fight with Bloodlust or something. But you're not having to sit there and continually like chug mana potions like some other casters might, which also helps your pocketbook a little bit. My hearing actually isn't that great. Yeah, if you want to join Hunter, absolutely. I don't even think we have any Hunters yet. And, you know, we would really like... I mean, the ideal comp would have at least 3 Hunters, or maybe 4. You know what? I might just go ahead and just... This guy's name is I Mute Y'all. That sounds toxic. I mean, that's a smart idea, but... But yeah, we're hooking people up that join. We know it's tough to join in. Oh, I don't even own Malzahar on this account. What? Okay, well, I'm definitely dodging. The only thing I would even consider playing is Malzahar. I'll just dodge. It's my bad that I can't, or I'm choosing not to play mid, so I won't try to bait people with a troll pick. The only thing I was even going to consider was Malzahar, because he's just so easy and effective. I'll just get on the other account. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, now I don't know if we're going to be able to farm elementals, but I used to farm some fire elementals in Blade's Edge Mountains, and I would pull like 15 mobs, and like I think I was mostly tier 4, some tier 5. Now there are other classes like you know, Paladin can do that. There are some other AoE classes. Mage can probably still do that too, but they you know, they do farm super well. So basically, Black Falcon can probably log in. He'll tell you his in-game name, and you just whisper him. You just get on the server. You just whisper him. You just say, "Hey, I'm Pontiff from chat," and we send you a guild invite, and you press OK, and you're in. Oh, interesting. Okay, so do you think that people are inherently smarter than others are on an average student? Hold on, let me see. Do you think people who are inherently smarter than others are on an average student level, or is it possible to... So I'm a little confused by the grammar there. It may have been some autocorrect too. So you're asking, like, do I think that there are some people who are inherently smart? I don't think you necessarily have to be, like... I think there are different kinds of intelligence. I know that's kind of the PC answer, but I don't think you have to be like a scholarly book, you know, type of intelligence to get a college degree and, you know, have a decent job. Well, I mean, I've had problems finishing too when I've been out for a while with my PhD that I've been working on for, you know, well, not working on for like 5 years. So I can understand that. I mean, I will. Okay, so I'll say this. I think that the big thing to finishing college is just like the biggest thing is just motivation. I think for a lot of students, and because like so much of it is just showing up and just doing the work. There are some majors that are really intellectually rigorous and could be very challenging for a lot of people, right? Like pre-med, organic chemistry type of stuff, or engineering. You know, there definitely, you know, some kinds of like very specialized math or computer science and things like that. But I think there are a lot of majors that are definitely approachable, even for people that aren't like, you know, going towards some of those, you know, much more challenging majors, right? Like, you know, different, all kinds of business stuff, most of the humanities things. I think a lot of that is pretty practical and pretty approachable. So yeah, so on that end, since motivation is the main thing, in my opinion, that holds people back from getting that degree, and most jobs just want you to have a degree, right? If you're doing insurance sales or just really any kind of sales, or a lot of different office jobs and things, or they just want you to have a degree most of the time, and they can teach you different kinds of, you know, skill sets on the job. But so much of it is just, you know, getting a job is just having the right kind of, like, just interviewing well or having connections or both, and just having that, you know, sheet of paper digitally, I guess, these days. The strategy doctor. But yeah, so to that end, my recommendation, and it's going to depend on person to person, but try to do something you enjoy. I know that sounds like crazy, but there's so many students that do something that their parents tell them to do, or that they think is going to give them like a good job. And a lot of times it is those types of majors I mentioned before that are very challenging and can be really demoralizing for a lot of students, right? You know, they're like, well, I've paid so much for college, like I have to be an engineer, or my dad says I have to be a doctor. Or I had a kid when I was an arts and science advisor who came in, and he had like I don't remember, like a 2.5 GPA maybe. He had gotten like a C in like chemistry 120, like the entry level chemistry. And he was wanting to sign up for these classes again. I think he may have even failed like biology or something. And I was just like, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, my dad says I have to be a doctor. And I was just thinking in my mind, I was like, I mean, it's not going to happen, man. But okay. I think, like I said, I think so much of it is motivation. So yes, I do think that there are some people who inherently have an edge in different things. Some of that, I mean, there's a lot of studies on it in terms of intelligence. Intelligence is very hard to define, but I think certain people, certain kinds of thinking, abstract reasoning and stuff like that, some of it is biological. A lot of it is sort of culturally conditioned, right? You know, how much were your parents able to help you out, or able to get you tutors or whatever growing up, able to get you motivated. A lot of it is friends that people hang out with and who they associate with that get people motivated. You know, the kind of classes that you take. So I think that it's not everyone walks in with a clean slate, you know, even Steven into college classrooms, right? But I do think, like I said, that in the vast majority of majors, it so much of it is just motivation and work ethic, and you can work through it. And I think that's how it is for a lot of things, even outside of college. People that just are ambitious and work hard can find a way to make it happen, even if they haven't been dealt the best hand most of the time. I mean, look at someone like Tom Brady. I mean, it's a great example of that. If you watch a documentary on him, it's insane. He's like 6th round pick. People didn't even want to pick him. He's pretty unathletic compared to most football players, even quarterbacks and things like that. But he just, you know, worked really hard at it, and, you know, is who he is. I mean, for instance, I was not very good at, oh, hold on a second. Senna? What the hell is their team? Oh, they're all AD. Okay, I'm just going to do tank Maokai then. I could even do Aftershock here. That would give me a lot of mileage. But yes, I think you can make it. I think you can come back. The main thing is to stay motivated. And I think a lot of college, at least my college is getting really good about trying to help students out and things like that a lot more. But is try to get involved in something that can help you like stay motivated. Like a lot of colleges, they'll have like some tutoring stuff that's out there. And some of that's not even just like you can't understand the material, but just like trying to just get that social experience working with other people through the problems, or just accountability, just like pacing yourself timing wise, making sure that you're you know, making progress on big projects and stuff. Remember what helped me a ton even in grad school was just this study group for this critical theory class I was taking that was really hard. And the professor, actually, he's great. He's probably my favorite professor of all time. He's certainly up there. But class met 2 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, but he just held, I guess it was like office hours, but it was basically just open and people would just come in and he would just talk and go over more material. It was almost like a second lecture. it wasn't mandatory, but he just made it so fun to try to learn it, and it was a difficult, you know, subject that I wasn't even necessarily into, and still I'm not like super into without like a good guide. But so many people came to that, and that helped out. And then there were these 2 girls in this class, and we would go and into like a Starbucks and just study for the exams, and they'd walk through different stuff. And I probably would not have passed that class. Well, I probably would have passed, but I would not have gotten an A in that class without the help of them. And then when I was studying for my big comprehensive exams, we made a reading group where there were 4 of us grad students, and we just meet up every week and just, you know, pick a few books we were supposed to read and just talk about what we read, what we thought about it. So anything you can do to get sort of invested, involved, motivated, and stuff like that, I think that's a much bigger indicator for success than I think someone's high school GPA. Or now people with high school GPA, sometimes they have that, but but anyways, yes, so I think that you can make it if you can find a way to get motivated, and easier said than done. But yeah, I think you definitely can come back. I've had students that have, you know, taken some breaks and stuff like that and have come back in. A lot of military people are like that. Now, I love my military students because a lot of times they have that type of training, you know, from the military, where it carries over, where they, you know, have ways to get motivated. They have discipline, right? They'll do their work. Usually they're pretty, I was going to say charismatic, but oftentimes kind of outgoing, or at least they'll ask you for help. Proactive, I guess, would be probably the best word. They will ask you for help if they want help. If you offer revisions, they will take advantage of that a lot of times. Not everyone. I have had, I guess, just like maybe one lazy military person ever. I would say it's like 99% though are like pretty heavily motivated. Now, you know, once again, are they going to be the people that are like most of the time that I've had, you know, that have every line of Shakespeare memorized? No. But you don't have to have every line of Shakespeare memorized, you know, to succeed, at least in the kind of classes that I teach. So, but yeah, so I think just trying to get connected and get motivated is the biggest thing. But yeah, I think you can do it, man. I'm a believer. Hey, thanks, Tony. I do think, you know, I think that like a lot of the skills in the military are very good for people in general. I don't come from a military family. I did not serve. Sometimes I wish maybe I had gone in there at least for a little bit. So I think it maybe would have been good for me, but yeah, I can definitely, like I said, oh, she autoed a minion? That's rough. Don't go too hard, dude. Don't go too hard. Okay. Wow. Alright. Well, it's not even just like a government job, like that's nice, but as far as like job setup and things, I think it's specifically the discipline that the military encourages. It's like so much I think of success is just habit. Dude, like he's right there probably. I understand, but like literally the jungler's in that bush, man. Like I know we want to push, but I feel like you also got to respect that the dude's right there. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that, but dude, no, it's too greedy, man. It is push. What the fuck? Yes, it was. It was hitting the fucking tower. Okay, I'm just muting him. Jesus Christ, like, how dumb? Like, he's like spam pinging to push when I'm literally see the Xin Zhao in this bush right here. Like the tower was auto attacking their cannon. The wave was like right here. We had it pushed. We see them like at the tower. We know they're back. Is he dead again? No, he's probably typing. I should have even typed anything to him. I should have just straight muted. He's dead again. Wow. So bad. Just like incredibly bad. It was already. It was greedy to take the first. At least we got a flash, I guess. Flash kill. It was greedy to even push that second wave with Zen. We did see Zen back, but and he just killed himself again, typing. But it's not like Thresh even snuck up or did anything fancy, right? He didn't even loop around. He literally just walked up and hit her with a hook. But it is what it is. We don't have vision. It's just incredible just how bad people can be at thinking at this game. It's like, huh, Dragon's up. We don't have any vision on their jungler. Where do you, pop quiz, where do you think their jungler is going to be on the map? Which side of the map do you think the jungler is going to be on? If you have no clue where they are, and a dragon just spawned. That's not always the case, but God. Thank God Thresh missed that. She's just like the perfect example of like making a bad play, and instead of just taking responsibility for it, just turbo tilting. Even if you think I'm wrong on that, like, you just gotta move on to the next play. I don't know. But yeah, especially once Thresh gets those Moby boots, like, you cannot push up. You're playing Senna. You're not playing Ezreal. You know, like, you don't have a good escape. Well, in bronze and silver, yeah. Like, in iron, but this is platinum, too, you know? It's supposed to be, like, the top 5% of players. I mean, it's just so crazy that, like, people even once you get into, like, Diamond 4, people will make those kinds of mistakes. It's like they have such a, like, what you would think of as a basic understanding of the game, they lack so much. You probably don't even start running into players that consistently, like your average player, has a pretty solid basic understanding of the game until you probably start getting into like D3. Then it's like you're in kindergarten when you get to D3. I mean, it's not like that extreme, I guess, but like macro just is so difficult for people to understand just because it's not like immediately obvious if you don't watch a lot of guides or think about it, a lot of analysis. We're out. Just get out, dude. We're lucky as hell we got out of that. But the huge problem is people just don't even try to learn it because they don't understand that they made a macro mistake. They just try to blame other people about it most of the time. And so they just don't learn. It's a lot easier to learn micro stuff, to say, oh, I should have flashed there, I screwed that up, rather than I wasn't paying attention to wave positioning, we shouldn't have contested that, you know, that type of thing. Hey, what's up, Purple? So, like, I get it, but I mean, we can still win. It's just, it's unfortunate. At least the only time that I died was when Zen flashed after me under tower. I'm pretty sure I could have gotten that anyways if I just straight abandoned the tower. I think I wasn't respecting the tower dive potential there with, like, new Zen's jump range. Hey, cool, Purple. Good, man. Glad to hear somebody is saying they're having fun playing League. I do enjoy League, but it does kind of... Sometimes the community can be kind of negative about it. But I do enjoy League. How many souls? She's not learning. She's staying again for this wave. I guess that's okay. We can pressure Dragon, and we actually did kill somebody off of this, but, like, Zen's definitely going to be here soon. I do need to get better about placing these words. I think sometimes when I'm talking a lot, I just don't. Alright, we have 2 more people join. Okay. Do it that way, and then... I think I'm just going to get plated steel caps here, just because they're literally all AD. So, armor... Now they're probably going to get armor pin, but...
An ally has been slain.
Who wants to become your mentor in League? I mean, we tell you stuff all the time that you can do to improve in here. Yeah, there is Discord. I think that's another thing that I've said too several times is that I'm hoping that even if people don't play WoW, that we can make the Discord more active. You know, with the memes and the jokes and people sharing their thoughts and stories and stuff like that. Just make it a more fun social experience on the channel, even when the channel is not live. I'm literally at $9.99. Okay, there it is. No, I'm not staying, dude. If nothing else, I needed more wards. Thanks, Agora. Hey, if you need any help, motivation, or whatever with classes, you know, just come on here, hang out. I'll give you a motivational speech. Good to hear you're trying to, you know, get back and realize whatever your goals are. I don't think we're favored here. Maybe. She backed. If she didn't back there, we would have had a double kill, but she did, so. I wasn't quite sure that Kha'Zix and I could clean them up. And he would have been, I would have been by myself for a couple of seconds. Minion wave is pretty big. Need to thin that out a little bit. Once Thresh misses his hook also, hopefully he misses the hook here. Don't know where the jungler is either, or mid lane. Or Garen. Just letting Dragon beat on him. I was running really low on mana, so I had to kind of be careful there. Oh, he's going APs in. Okay. Let's go lock it here. I guess we'll just go lock it. Senna support with Rage Blade. We need to talk to Dedicated Duck about that. He loves that build. No, I haven't. I'm not like a huge fan of Senna support personally. I understand why she can work, and I've seen her work really well, but her items are just too expensive for my taste. I think like fasting Senna can be really good. Okay, Senna is pretty strong right now. Why is she so fucking bad? Like, literally all she had to do was dodge Thresh Hook, and it easily would have been a kill. Oh, that's unfortunate. Fasting Senna is not Senna support. It's a different kind of playstyle, and you have to have a very special kind of ADC or something usually with it. Requires coordination. And you do take like cannon minions and things like that, so you are gold starving yourself, and that's similar to support, but it requires a very specific kind of composition to be done successfully. But yeah, I mean it's similar, but it's called fasting because you still take like the cannons. I think you can take 2 minions per wave. I know you can take cannons. I mean, we have won a lot of those fights. I don't know. I thought we were in a really good position. I thought Senna would do more damage, but you can't get hooked. Like, that's her whole thing, is she's squishy. She's got good range, but... I forced the Senna to use her little whirlwind thing, too, early, so she couldn't even use that. And Senna's pretty good against Samira because the whirlwind thing doesn't work. Like, Samira's auto attacks don't count as being ranged. Perfect timing on the Senna ult. Yeah, but like the Thresh was still locked up. Like I had Senna locked up, and I had the Thresh hit with the R, right? So like Thresh was rooted, and Senna was locked up. So she should have had like all this time to kill the Thresh, right? Even if she can't get to the Samira. Even if she can't get to Samira, like she should have been able to kill the Thresh, and she would have if she didn't get hooked. I'm pretty sure. I mean, we can go back and watch the replay, but I'm pretty sure if she just didn't get hooked, it was a kill on Thresh, even if she couldn't get to the Senna. Because Senna wasn't going to kill me by herself, as I'm way tankier than the Thresh is.
Stillness is not peace, it is death.
So I'm not saying she has to run past the Thresh. Obviously, she can't do that, because Thresh is standing there, you know, but... but I think that she should have been able to kill. Real. Dude, this is such a div. ADC div. But yeah, I mean, I'll have to go back and look, but I'm like 99% sure that she was killing the Thresh until he hit her with the hook. And she had heal. So Thresh is slowed, and she gets sped up whenever she lands like those auto attacks. And she had heal to speed her up. She died with heal, I'm pretty sure, in that play. So there's no way that hook should have hit her. I'm pretty sure the Gensu's build got, like, pretty hard nerfed, too. Not 100% about that, but I'm pretty sure it got nerfed. Pretty substantially. But yeah, you just can't play these no-escape ADCs if you can't dodge skill shots. That's why things like Ashe, Senna, Misfortune, a lot of these have kind of come out of the meta right now, just because there's so much mobility, and there's so many threats. You're just gonna get blown up if you can't dodge properly, and most people can't in this elo bracket. I don't think we have enough people. It takes a long time to fish, don't do it. She's 3 and 9. Maybe should have dodged this. I didn't scout it. Like, Senna's in a pretty bad place. Unless you're, like, you have to be really good on her. Pretty much, you have to come out of the laning phase with, like, 60 souls. She just now has 66 souls at 30 minutes into the game, which is not working. Because so much of her kit is balanced around her having all of those free stats from the souls. It's kind of like Thresh, right? Like, Thresh has really low baseline survivability because he scales based on the souls. So he doesn't get any armor per level. So he's just a lot squishier than other tanks early on. their second fucking Baron. I mean, it's not really like the jungler's fault. Like, Senna's always dead, and we can't contest the objective. Like, Kha'Zix is doing all right. It's just, if you fall behind on Kha'Zix, it feels bad, especially when it's like almost literally a 4v5 because your ADC is always in the fountain. Well, Darius did pretty well early. Yay, Hextech chest. Yeah, I guess it's better than not getting a Hextech chest. Never again. That is kind of a funny emote there. All right, we'll play maybe one or two more here. I do have to get up in the morning. Oh, let me see that one play here again. I don't know. Maybe I misinterpreted. Like, yeah, like she could not go on the Samira, but we should have been ahead, right? Like we had 2 or 3 kills at that point. I think we were ahead on items. Like, and we had just won 2 fights that were similar, right? Like right here. Okay, well that was a 2v1, basically. I mean, I guess the writing's on the wall, right? That she's just dropping every auto attack kind of and running. Like we did clean that up, but Samira did come close to killing her several times. So I guess maybe I should have, some warning signs should have been flashing. I think it was after that. Because I feel like we had 1, 2, or 3 fights in a row. We had killed Samira. And we were doing really well bottom. And then I know I had Deadman's. I'm trying to remember where it was. Okay, there's Thresh. So we should kill him here, right? I probably could have gone on that. I had Ignite. I had W with ult. He missed his hook. I probably should have gone on that. Okay, should be dead here, right? Wow. Yeah, okay. So, like, we've been winning all these fights. Oh, she did die at the end. I want to go back and count and see how many times she got hooked in that game. Would be an interesting case study. I mean, part of that is her, like, there's 2 sides of the coin either, right? You could see it as Thresh being really good with the hooks. You could see her being really bad. I guess the truth's probably somewhere in between. So we just let them take all this tower damage here. This was a good fight. I thought I did pretty well in this fight because I had pretty low resources and just like my positioning going in and out of this fight and kind of picking my moments, I think was pretty good. The seed, you know, crushed Samira right there. And then we get them here at the end, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, we got the Thresh. Zen. So, I mean, we had a chance. What was the score? Yeah, well, it was even right there, I suppose. Yeah, I was feeling pretty good after that fight. Where's the train wreck happen? I think when we gave her those double kills bottom, like, that's just felt like that was when we lost all of our momentum. Okay, here it is. So... Okay, she's attacking Thresh. Okay, so I hit the Thresh, ignite him. Yeah, if she doesn't get hooked there, look at Thresh's health. Look at my health. Right? Like, I'm face-tanking Samira, Thresh is face-tanking Senna. Look at this. Watch the health bars on me and Thresh. Look at the positioning. They're all tied up and rooted. Like, literally the only reason we lost that was because she gets hooked and walks into Thresh's ult. Like, I'm still at 90% health, and Thresh is at, like, 10%. It would have been a double kill if she just didn't get hooked. There was even a minion wave coming up right there. All she had to do was stand next to the minion wave. Oh, I guess it wasn't a... Never mind. That was their minion. So we didn't have a minion wave there, but... I'm pretty sure she died with heal too, so she could have sidestepped the Did she use her W? Where's the W? Was it on cooldown? Why didn't she W the Thresh? Let me see. Maybe it was on cooldown? Okay, so... 35 seconds. Okay, so she hasn't used W yet. Okay, auto. Still no W. Still no W. I don't know. I think that was the right play. I just think that we didn't play it right. I think I had it calibrated correctly, where she should have been able to kill Thresh before Samira killed me by a mile. I just think that it wasn't played right. So I think that was the right decision. And we had won several of those fights before. On this case of Unsolved Mysteries. Where's the W? Yeah, and I'm pretty sure she had heal too after I looked. Yeah, she wasn't having a good game. But yeah, as far as my decision standpoint goes, I still think that was the correct move. I did make mistakes in that game, but I don't think that was one of them. So sometimes it's okay, like, if you're engaging, just to go for the peel their threat off and have the ADC or whoever beat their support, right? So if you're tankier than their support, you tie up their backline, they tie up your backline, like, that can still be a win. You don't always have to, like, both people have to kill their backline, right? You can just force them into a fight to the death, ADC versus support on each side, if you're stronger. Okay, so Sona Misfortune. We need some, like, hard engage. I mean, I could try Alistar here. Alistar is pretty good into their poke, too. Is this... Oh, this is on the Abraxas account. Oh, whatever. We'll try it out. What's your biggest throw game where that makes you so tilted the whole stream? I don't think I've ever been, like, one game completely ruining me for an entire stream. I mean, I don't remember a specific game. there are certain types of things that will tilt me more than other things, but yeah, I'll do it after this game. Fuck it, but we're literally all AD against Wukong and Master Yi. I might dodge this. Varus is like he's down there. Is one of the worst ADCs right now. Rek'Sai is extremely momentum based. We just don't win. Like, they have such a good wombo combo with Wukong, Sona, and Misfortune, and we're just all like squishy AD champs. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like to think, I mean, maybe it's not true, but I don't think I would be tilted for like hours to the point where I'm just ruined off of one game. Now, if I'm on like a 15 game loss streak, I don't think I've ever lost 15 in a row. I think my record's 14. If I've lost like in a stream, if it's a longer stream, which a lot of times if I'm losing games, it will be a longer stream because I'll want to stay until I get a win, which is a bad thing to do. Which is a bad thing to do, but yeah, if I've lost like 6 games in a row on stream and I'm on the 7th game, and yeah, every one has just been like, you know, just blowouts, like sometimes I can be frustrated off of that or tilted off of that, especially if I've been demoted, which I guess if I lose 6 in a row, I've probably been demoted. That's the kind of thing. If it's repeated, if it's a ton of stuff in a relatively short period of time. I think maybe I used to get tilted a little bit more, maybe a year or two ago. I don't ever think I was like a really bad tilter, but I would get like distracted and annoyed. It has definitely improved my quality of life a lot more to just mute the chat virtually every game. But yeah, I mean, the types of things that will tilt me or annoy me, obviously your standard, like, you get blamed for stuff that's not your fault, personal attacks. It's like it is with most people. Muting does fix a lot of that. You know, just standard stuff. I don't think it'd be different from most people's answers, right? Like, personal attacks, people deliberately throwing games because they have poor mental. Like, I mean, those are the two biggest ones probably. I mean, one thing is like if people don't follow up on something I think they should have followed up on, or like people just not listening right to like shot calls, like you're telling people, hey, let's go do this, and then they go do their own thing, and they just like where they're clearly either trying to sabotage the game or like they're just willfully ignorant. Like, obviously that stuff's annoying. But, I mean, I don't think this is breaking news, right? Like, it's the same kind of stuff that that most people, I think, would probably be displeased with. Oh, yeah, I mean, stuff like that happens. I think it would. I don't remember what the circumstances were behind that. I think it might have been if you touched the wave, because I wouldn't take a CS for no reason. I don't remember. I kind of remember that game. I mean, there's just going to be people that are like that. It might have been that they weren't in lane or something. I can't remember the circumstances. But yeah, I wouldn't take a CS just to take it for fun. Just gotta play Master Yi a lot. But yeah, so I don't think I'm, you know, I don't think I have a ton of like special triggers that like most people wouldn't be annoyed about. But I try my best to. I think the biggest thing is just keep a longer term perspective as much as possible, and just say, all right, this person's not playing well. This person has a problem. You know, whatever. What can I do to try to win this game? And if you don't win the game, you know, what's one thing you could learn from that game potentially? And then just have faith in the system that eventually, if you're playing better than other people, if you have higher than a 50% win rate, you will eventually climb. But yeah, exactly. I think that we all get a little frustrated if we have multiple losses in a row. As a streamer, you know, sometimes I don't have the luxury of taking a break. That's just kind of one thing you sign up for if you're streaming. But I guess in theory I could, you know, if I lost a couple and I felt kind of tilted or whatever, I guess I could take 5 and just like answer some questions on stream and just fish or something and WoW in the background while I wait. We'd probably lose viewers for that, but maybe that's worth not losing more. Because in general, I mean, to some extent, almost any audience, you know, people like winners, right? They like it when you're winning. Most people are usually in a better mood when they're winning. It makes your gameplay look better when you're winning, right? If you're losing, then people are just going to inherently assume that you're not playing well, right? Versus that may not necessarily be the case. Same thing if you're winning a lot of games, you could still be like not playing 100% and still win games, right? If you just get some teammates that carry you. But people like winners, you know, especially new people to a stream that don't know who you are, right? They want to see you winning games, doing well, and things like that. So I don't really play normals. I mean, unless it's just like for fun with some friends or something, but yeah, I mean, the vast majority of, you know, streamers are kind of those smaller streamers. I mean, I'm kind of falling into that category now. We were getting, you know, last year, 500 plus viewers on average, and then there was the algorithm apocalypse, for this channel at least, where we're down literally like 90%. But, I mean, I just show up and do the best that I can, and if other people show up, cool. I enjoy doing it, you know, even if it's a smaller audience, it's fine. I mean, obviously a bigger audience is cool, like, you know, more ad revenue, more exposure, more people to talk to, like, all that stuff's good, but, you know, I enjoy just coming in, hanging out with people too, and and I think even as a smaller content creator, like, you know, when I was first starting, I'd have like 10 viewers, 20 viewers or something like that. It was still fun hanging out, just talking with, you know, Celaguara, who's one of the, you know, really OGs, and some of the other OGs on the channel were, it was just fun. Well, we're mostly AD again. I might need to go, like, AP Maokai. Only with viewers if they donate most of the time. So we used to do a viewers night. That kind of fell by the wayside for several reasons. I mean, the biggest thing was a lot of people were auto-filled. So, like, viewers night we used to do, like, on Sundays. Okay, so we need Engage. Please don't play Morgana, man. Could do Rakan. If they do like Rel or something, that's gonna feel bad. Chompers kind of make it difficult to maneuver as Rakan. But yeah, we used to do a viewers night on like Sundays where people who were members of the channel would come in and we just play some normals for a night. And so, I mean, it was cool a lot of the time, right? We'd have people get into Discord and chat, and the Discord was definitely much more lively. I don't know, we could see about maybe reviving a viewers night at some point. I'm hoping that like the WoW guild will sort of serve that community function where people can hang out and have fun and chat and, you know, make it a much more social and interactive, just build a community on the channel, right? Because like the viewers night was just once a week. The Discord was pretty cool, and it still is. I'm going to try to, you know, bring it back to life. God, again with the Ash. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure this is right. I think I do like the footwear on Rakan. I'm not entirely sure that's correct, but actually, you know what? I'm gonna try the Wait, did I have Demolish? Why did I have Demolish? That's actually kind of bad. I must have used this page with somebody else. So I'm going to have to buy the boots this time, but I should have more, like more ultimates, some more chances to make plays with Ash. Okay, Jinx did not take cleanse, so that's good. Now, Zen's probably going to try to invade Fiddlesticks, too, so we got to be aware of that. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I mean, I haven't tried, to be fair, I haven't tried to adjust in the last sort of 6 months since the apocalypse, but... I'm gonna try Ghost Hunter ulti, just so I can try to make some more plays here. I think that's Portuguese. Something level 6. But yeah, the viewers night, we ended up discontinuing it. A lot of people stopped sort of just coming to it, and it was just hard to find quality games because it's just people from all different elo brackets, and most people, you know, who watched the channel at the time, support was their main role. So many people were basically auto-filled. It was fun. I mean, it doesn't matter that much that you lose games. It's just normals. But again, it's one of those things where if there's like a lot of losses, it just kind of just throw off the vibe a little bit on the channel. But most of it was just kind of a waning interest, you know. People just weren't showing up to it. Particularly some of our higher elo people that were kind of, to some extent, carrying some of the games. Were just not having as good of a time with it, I think, potentially. And then it sort of started snowballing off of that. More people started losing, and or like we started losing even more games, so it was an interesting idea. But yeah, I mean, we could maybe try to revive something like that. You know, we tried to do a like a viewer versus viewer, and that was interesting for a little bit, but it kind of felt like one of those things where you're picking teams for sports or something out on the playground, and there's always, you know, the one guy who gets picked last, and it's just kind of a feels bad, you know. So we were trying to like fairly match the teams, but again, it was problematic. But anyways, I'm gonna try to come up with some more like fun community things. I need to do those emotes I've been talking about for years also. There's a lot of stuff I need to do, but I just have so many different hats that I wear in my life. It's hard to find time for everything. Maybe didn't need to pop a potion there, but
Living the dream. The dream of death.
Fiddle's not 6, Fiddle's 4. What? I guess we're only level 3. We do have a slow push, but okay, Zen's here. Nah, Zen's here. Zen. I don't have anything, man. Can we just get dragon? Yeah.
An enemy has been slain.
Safety is boring, Miku. Let's start a fight.
Alright, come on. What are we doing? Let's go. Are we doing this? This is dangerous if they come over here. It doesn't look like they know. This is really dangerous. It's probably a bad idea. They don't seem to know. Like, they're not reacting. Oh, now they know.
Darkness. Woohoo!
Okay. Yeah, we did start it at 1 game. Yeah, it was really hot for a while there. I mean, part of sort of the challenge of the channel,
Life is way more fun when you give up the rules.
has been over the last few years. There's just way more competition for League content than ever before, right? Like, there were not, you know, back in 2017, there really weren't that many channels that were based around kind of education, right? Like helping people become better players. There were some, but there weren't that many. Most were still like,
And then laugh in their faces.
you know, meme streams, right? Just kind of a bunch of people picking 4 fun champions, you know, that type of stuff. And there were some, right? Like you had Philol, and there was, you know, kind of this movement of people that were looking at what Koreans were doing, but once again, that was mostly centered around looking at interesting picks. And there weren't that many other support content creators either. But then, yeah, in the last few years, there's just been an explosion in the amount of support content creators and educational things, especially big money educational things, right? Like Mobalytics, pro guides, you know, all of that stuff just has created just a lot more competition.
Universe 10
So yeah, I mean, some of it is just like, you know, I was the medium-sized fish in a small pond. Right, but now I'm just a small fish in a big pond. Oh damn, that was pretty good with the hourglass. Last pick squad, rise up. There you go.
I am bad because I'm free, and I am free because I'm bad.
So it's kind of like I'm paying... Like, biscuits are nice, but it's kind of like I'm paying 300 gold to have Ulti Hunter plus Ghost Poro. So maybe that is worth it in the long run. I had been trying the free boots on Rakan, which does feel good, but...
What I want. No starter. Sit.
Huh. Well, I didn't invent that. I wish I could take credit for the Malzahar support. That actually was from a Philol video. I don't know what happened to that guy, man. He had a pretty big following. It's all... I mean, I guess some people just like to change stuff, but... I mean, he had like 600,000 subs, right? And then he just, like, disappeared. Shit. And this Ashe is doing pretty well. But, I mean, maybe he just wasn't happy or needed a change in his life or something. I can respect it. We gotta go over to, Ashen Vale. No, Booty Bay's for the fishing, Ashen Vale's for the cooking. So we have to go over to Dark Shore, basically. That's why I was wanting to go over to Dark Shore. Okay, just wait a second. Just wait. Okay. Wow, she got away? What? Huh, that was weird. Yeah, it starts to get really, really weird. We have to go to Ashen Vale and Booty Bay to get the up to 225, and then after that you have to go down in the Dustwallow Marsh to get to 300, and you have to go on this quest to, like, go fish in these 4 different places around the world. Oh, you're doing it on your level 60. Okay, well that's not as big of a deal then. Is he going AP? No, he just does a lot of damage. I'm just basically inted to kill him. I should have... I don't know. I should have maybe let that go. God bless. That was huge. That was bad. I don't know. I guess I did something bad. I don't know. I was trying to get vision in that area. I was out, though. I'm pretty sure I got out. I could have just W'd away from the Zen and just completely not even taken the fight. But... I mean, Zed was pretty far ahead, though. I thought we could have turned it. Yeah, she doesn't have ult. Okay. She had, like, 5 seconds on her ult.
Evil loves me.
I still think clearing ward should give more vision. Dude, he's right on vision, man. I don't know. Maybe we just didn't execute it right. Maybe Zed didn't have his ult. I don't know. I guess it was too risky to try, probably. Dude, be careful. We don't have ults. Hey, man. Hey, Falcon. If you're going to do that, though, can you grab me those books? Because I think you can, it's not like quest bound or anything. You just literally buy these cookbooks. Like a cookbook and a fishing book. I can probably get it on the auction house, but it probably costs at least 5 gold or something. Because it is such a pain in the ass to get those. I mean, that could be, huh. I'll talk with you later about that. I just thought of something, although I'm not sure. But yeah, if you do decide to do that, hook a brother up. If possible. How much do I want it? Well, I mean, I don't know. It's not the end of the world if you don't get it, but it would save me a lot of time. I still think Dark Shore would be alright to go over there. We do have to run through stuff, but Red Ridge is good too. I thought Red Ridge was maybe slightly higher, but I don't know if the Dark Shore quests are still going to be like viable after Red Ridge. Maybe they are, with how fast we burn through those quests, but like you said, it is a really long walk, but I guess you don't have to make the walk. Especially if I don't have to go get that cookbook, I wouldn't have to make that walk, but... Dustball Marsh just, like, has some pretty good stuff, though. Jeez. What? That still hit me? Dude, what? Does the Zhenjiao Q go through people? Can it hit multiple targets? I thought it just hit the first target.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I don't apologize for doing my thing.
No, I don't play with lock screens. It's a real detriment, I think, personally, to the game. I know it is hard to follow Rakan a little bit. That's partially why I like having the flashier skins, like why I like White Rakan with like the shimmering white cloak, because he's easier to see. So I don't get lost, because in some really busy fights, it is possible if I'm like getting stunned or displaced or whatever to kind of lose track of where I am. But no, lock screen is almost universally seen as a negative thing as far as like impacting your gameplay. Because you can't see, like, so much of League is just situational awareness, like noticing other stuff that's going on around you.
An ally has been slain.
I would say it's just as important, maybe even more important, to notice stuff that's going on around you than it is to, like, see the stuff on your own screen.
An enemy has been slain.
So yeah, I feel you on that. It can be kind of hard to follow Rakan, so it's not that I don't respect it or that I don't want to help you follow it. It's just that it makes it a lot harder to... It hurts your situational awareness, I think, quite a bit. I do kind of blend in a little bit more, like with this skin. I mean, there is kind of the advantage if you can get used to it, like, the enemy team might have a harder time seeing where you are and what's going on. That slow's pretty brutal now. Wait, oh, she got the kill for... She got the speed up for killing Rift Herald. I didn't even think about that. The humans, or, spawned Rift Herald. Does he have ult? Damn, real. Oh, Fiddle gave up on the play.
Rampage.
I don't know. Well, we're kind of low. Huh. Nice. Yeah, you can hold down spacebar. How do people play on lock screen? Yeah, that's the thing, is like, it's so difficult to not have the situational awareness.
I don't like being alone.
It is hard to kind of learn because you can get confused. Like, if you can hold down spacebar like this, but I used to do that when I was first starting the game, but you got to kind of get used to playing around it. Like I said, I totally get it from like a viewership perspective, it being confusing, but I think I have to try to, you know, give myself the best chance to win also. Yeah, a lot of people use the F keys. That's one thing that I don't do that could help a lot. I just use my mini-map a lot. I mean, I think there are some pros that are split on that. If you watch high-level streamers, not everybody uses those F keys all the time. Nah, it's 3v5. Or 3v4, rather. Let's just...
Perfection doesn't exist, except for my hair.
Need to push up mid. If we can. We need to not lose priority mid.
Living the dream.
Thought he had a Sterix proc, maybe not.
Whew, I am so far past redemption, I am in the fun zone. Population Rakan.
Hey, what's up, Scott? Thanks, buddy. Oh, Rakan. Always good. I should just play Rakan more. The answer is just always play Rakan. I'm gonna buy. I have too much gold to not buy. What do we get here? Guess I'll go for Kendall Gem just because that's it's a good efficient item. You get health, you get CDR, builds into several good items. Game's probably going to be over before I complete my next item, and I don't want to get rid of my control ward slot, so we're going to be sitting on this for like 1,500 gold at least. So yeah, extra buttons on the mouse are good. I need to get a good mouse for WoW with the extra buttons, especially with like priests. You've got a lot of buttons that are like situational, you know. Damn. No! Woo! I'm gonna get sniped. What do you think in chat? Is Urgot gonna snipe me or not? I think we gotta get out of here. We're getting baited. Oh, there it is! He almost got me with it. I mean, we have Water Dragon, so I guess I don't have to back. There's nothing I can buy. I guess I could have gotten like 1 or 2 more wards, but...
Life is way more fun than you give it rules.
Yeah, you can't go in the jungle like that. You gotta know that, like, there's a 99% chance we're gonna be in that jungle, right? As soon as we kill you, if red buffs up, the enemy team's gonna be there, right? Like, Corsair. No, I'm happy to have those recommendations. Okay, I've looked at Corsair before. I have a like a $13 like Best Buy mouse because my mouse died one day, and I was like, oh my god, I need a mouse right now. I didn't want to wait the one day for Amazon shipping, so I got this bad boy right here, little Logitech $13 mouse. So, and then I've got like this. I don't know what it is, like Chinese off-brand manufactured keyboard that was also like $13, $15. Although the keyboard's fine. I don't think you need a super fancy keyboard. It just has to be mechanical. I don't like those membrane keyboards, but it's worked well for a long time. It's got the blue lights to match my the lights in my computer. So that's kind of cool. But Flashless Rakan is the better Rakan. His ceiling. Has he been doing that? I'll have to look him up. He's obviously a super good Rakan player, so... I mean, what does he get instead of Flash? Does he just go, like... Ignite, Exhaust, or something? Flash on Rakan is really good though, man. I don't know. Like, yes, you are mobile. You don't need the W to dodge stuff, or you don't need your flash to dodge stuff as much. But being able to, like, it enables so many different combos. Like, for instance, you can just flash R and like instantly hit them. Like, they have almost no reaction speed if you get in range. Or just like run in with your R and then flash on top of it and then W to knock them up. If you don't have flash, usually you have to either just run into melee with them and then W them, or risk going for the W and then having them dash or flash out of it. So I think it gives you more like combo opportunities, but also his ceiling, or however you pronounce that, Hilly, as they say. Obviously, he's a really great player, so I'll have to check it out. Okay, so he goes Ignite Exhaust. I mean, that's also better if you have a world-class ADC playing with you, and you can go really hard in lane, especially if you have a Xayah. So I could definitely see it if you're a pro player and you're with another pro player who's also playing Xayah, because then you have like an ultra oppressive early game with it. But in YOLO queue, where you don't know if your ADC is going to have a pulse, I don't know. I mean, it's worth thinking about or considering. But that might be one of those cases where it's just a special circumstance where he's particularly good on the champion, he has a particularly good ADC, and it's a particularly good team comp to do that type of thing. Well, it depends on the comp. I mean, like, you should be going into them as Rakan. I mean, you can peel, but I think, like, your number one option in an ideal scenario is you're engaging on them with Rakan. But, okay, well, I'll have to check out the Amazon mouse then, too, for $25. Yeah, sure. ADC has a pulse. They might be undead. Who knows? I think some of them might be zombies. Hey, thanks, Shem. I appreciate it. That's going to be it for me, unfortunately, for tonight. But I will be back tomorrow, and I am going to try to... I haven't had a good sleep schedule lately, and I've got conferences the next couple of days, so it's probably going to be bad. And when we switch to Alliance and WoW, I'm having to re-level my character, which is fine. I don't mind doing it. I know pretty much everybody is doing that. There are some people who transferred in, but I know a lot of people are also doing the leveling process, so I'm trying to kind of catch up with that. Zealots. And that's kind of throwing off my sleep a little bit. But anyways, that's going to be it. Thank you all very much. Be back tomorrow. I'll see if I can do that patch preview tomorrow. I wanted to do it today, but I just didn't. Dude, I'm plugging it, Black Falcon. They hear me talking about WoW right now. Like, they know we have a WoW guild. They can join if they want. But yeah, if I don't want to annoy people. If you hit people over the head with it too much, especially League people that may not be interested. So yeah, it's good to mention it, but I feel like I've mentioned it enough. To some extent. But yes, we do have a guild, and so if people do want to join, we are on Heartseeker. If we want, we could just make a bot command for it too, so that way it shows up in the chat, but I don't have to mention it all the time. Oh, we can do it. I mean, what do you mean good luck with that? Like doing both? I mean, League is not something that really is a huge time sink if you don't want it to be, you know what I mean? Like, you can just play a few hour stream of League, but... And once I get leveled up, I mean, for the most part, I think that... I mean, you just don't want to... I mean, I'm excited about it too. I enjoy it too, but they're, like... I feel like, I mean, maybe that's not correct, but I feel like people can get annoyed if you keep plugging something over and over and over again when they're already, you know, for the most part aware of it. But, anyways. But yeah, I mean, I don't see an inherent problem with that, but we'll see. Anyways, but that's going to be it. So if you want to join us, we are on Heartseeker, on Alliance. Just come by. You can, lots of time. It is. I think early on when you're leveling up, it's a lot of time, but I think hopefully with the in-game content, maybe it won't be as much. I found some ways to kind of farm for the consumables for Raid that where I can multitask pretty well and get other stuff done, like grade papers while I'm farming and things like that. It is kind of a grinding, but, well, dude, it's because I spent like 10 hours questing with you, man. I don't have time to... I didn't have time to do the video, man. I was running on 3 hours of sleep. It's not that I'm not motivated. It's I literally don't have the hours in the day to do it right now. Like, I was conferencing with students for like 5 hours earlier, and then I had to go to dinner, or I was going to go to dinner with the wife, and then we ended up questing for like 10 hours or something. It's just not... There's 24 hours in the day, you know what I mean? But anyways, so that's gonna be it. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully around like 11:30. I'm gonna see if I can get it back to that time. But anyways, we'll see y'all then. Have a good day.